Carl, we'll start off with this week's biggest story. Iafita Palestine has joined on a 2-year deal. Just how good is it for Doncaster to be able to bring a player of that calibre to the club?
Oh, it's big. Feck is a big personality within the game, and we brought him here for his on-field stuff, but we also brought him here to lead the way off the field and show the boys how it's done. And he's the one who set the culture change at Hull, that I believe, him and Motu. So he's going to lay some platforms here at Donny for many years to come, and that's the conversations I've had with him. That's what I've asked of him, and to show the boys how to conduct themselves as a professional rugby league player. Fick is a real good boy, and he does all the right things, hence the reason he's played the game at the highest level for 16 years. So I know he's really looking forward to it. He feels really wanted here at the club, and the news has gone down real well, really well. I've been getting phone calls and all sorts about it, which we've never had that, and we're hoping he can have a similar impact on the players and the team as Paul Cook, when he was there. So it's a big signing for the club, and we welcome him here with open arms, because I'm pretty sure he'll leave a legacy here, and this may be his last contract. So I know for a fact that Fix will give every single thing he's got.
In his interview, he said, Doncaster are on the rise. He wouldn't have signed here otherwise, and he's been really impressed with the future plans that you've got for the club. To be able to bring a player of Feka Palestina in on the basis of selling the club like that, it must show that Doncaster are really going places.
Oh, we're trying our best, and it might not have happened if we weren't dual reg with Hull. Feka's been here on and off over the last couple of years, and he's been made welcome. So Motu's played a part for me, and maybe if we weren't dual reg, he wouldn't have seen what's going down here. He feels part of it, but he sees where we're going. And he can make a difference to this club, and that's the big reason we've brought him here. I was at RFL meeting yesterday, and I mentioned to an owner of a top 4 championship club that we've signed Feka, and he didn't believe me. He says, "No way, we would have signed him if we could." So it's a real feather in our cap here at Donny to bring a player of his calibre to the club. And like I said, I know Feka won't let us down. He'll go out there and he'll give everything for the club. He's a very loyal and a very dedicated man. So he knows now that where his future lies for 2 years, and he'll be now planning in what he can do to change this club.
Zach Graham's another player who signed on a 1-year deal. He came in last season on trial, earned a contract, and went on to make 17-18 appearances for the club last season. Great to tie him down, and I guess he'll be able to learn a lot from Feka as well.
Oh, listen, and Zach was told that when Zach came in here and spoke with us. I've told him he needs to do everything Feka does for the next year. So Zach can be anything. Zach can go as far as he wants in the game. He's really naturally strong. He's got the full package. He can be anything he wants. Zach just needs to really work hard. And like I say, everything Feka does, I said, if he goes in the toilet, follow him in the toilet. If he goes running outside, go outside. If he goes to physio, follow him. Watch everything he does. That's how, and that's I'm not joking. That's how I explained it to Zach. We brought Feka here to do that sort of stuff, and Zach's in the same mould. If he has half the career Feka's had and it rubs off on him, he'll have a good career. So, Zach was told that in no uncertain terms. Zach Graham can be anything he wants, and he knows that's down to him. And I'm pretty sure he's prepared to work hard and knuckle down and do those things. And whatever Feka does, do it. So he can bring him on. He can really bring Zach on. And Zach had a real good first year for us. So there's plenty more to come from that boy.
And Mason Tonks is another one who signed a new 1-year deal. Started like a house on fire, and then unfortunately suffered a few injuries. I guess you'll be hoping next season he can really, kick on, put his injuries behind him, and start again afresh.
Oh, listen, when Mason came back from the Warriors and we had a talk, he was coming here for the right reasons. That's another one who had the world at his feet when he was a young kid and had some big contracts, and he went to the Warriors and he came back and he's now got a job and living in the real world. And I just says to him, you need to get back playing with a smile on your face. And to be fair to Mason, he'd done that early doors. He was playing and his performances were playing well. Maybe to the point that if he didn't get that injury, he may not have been with us. He probably would have been wanted by Super League clubs or top end championship, because Mason's another one who's got the full package. He's for a back row. He's got some pace and very clever and good defender. So hopefully he gets through a season without any injuries and gets back to where he needs to be. Mason can play. There's no doubting that, and he's a cracking lad as well.
Obviously, with incomings and at the end of every season, you're going to have departures. Jack Walton and Brad Nicholson have both decided the futures lie elsewhere at Hunslet Hawks and Keighley Cougars, respectively. What are your thoughts on that? Yeah,
listen, we can't keep everybody. Jack's found a contract for himself at Hunslet. We wish him all the best. He's give us a go for a couple of years, and he's moved to another club. Brad Nicholson, another one, came in I think halfway through the season last year. We offered him a deal, and he wasn't happy with that, and he went and found another club. Again, no hard feelings. This happens. This is rugby league, and but there's we want players down here who want to play for Donny and played for Donny for the right reasons, and we want players down here who fit into what we're trying to achieve in our cultures and stuff like that. So listen, I ain't got anything bad to say against the two lads. I wish them all the best. I'm pretty sure they won't be the last who we won't be keeping, but the others, everyone else we've made offers to. It's just whether they accept them. But we've got the majority of the squad we wanted to keep, nearly majority of them we've kept in the core, which is what we wanted to do. They're staying with Gary.
And just talking about that core group of players, we've got another one to announce today that Jordan Howden's agreed a new one-year deal. One of the standout players for Doncaster last season at standoff. You must be delighted to secure him for another season.
100%. Jordan, we'd love to build a club around Jordan Howden. He's only young, but he's got a big future ahead of him. Another one who fits into our culture and can play. He really over the moon to have him for another season. I believe him and Geordie Hedges combination will get stronger and stronger. We may bring another half in to challenge them and keep them two on their toes. That's what we need to do, and that's what we will do. We will do that after a few lessons we've learnt from this season. And what we're trying to do this year, we're trying to look at the players we're bringing in is to be durable and maybe play in a couple of positions. And we've checked out how many games they've played the last season and stuff like that. So we're trying to bring players here. We had a horrendous injury season last year. So the players we bring in, hopefully they can play centre, back row, or centre, back row prop, or hooker, half, fullback, things like that. So if we do hit some bad luck again, that it doesn't have a big effect on us like it did this year, and obviously we need to get some cover, but we don't always get it right. We might cover all the halves and the hookers this year, and then we'll end up with blooming centres injured all over, and we ain't got anyone to play centre, but. We're looking at the wingers and centres we bring in. They can both play like Sam did last year and did it really well, playing wing or centre. Didn't have any negative effect on the side when he played on the wing or played in the centres. That's what we're trying to do. And again, we'll probably also have the backup from Hull there if we need it. But listen, there's more signings to be announced. I'm really, really happy where we are. Gary's very, very happy that he's getting the players that he wants at the club. Hopefully when he gets back off holiday, there'll be a few more that I'll be able to say to him that he's told me to get before he went away. We've got. The club's in a good place. And we're going, like I said last week, we're going to have a go this year, next season. And I think when you look at the signings of Feka and Jordan Howden and the others you've already announced, we're starting to look all right, starting to take shape.